Hey everyone, Kevin here with Your Best Groove and Groove Tutorials with another video talking about how you build from scratch your entire sales funnel. And today we're going to be talking about adding to your Groove pages. What happens after you've started with a template and you want to start adding more of your own material? We're going to look at that today. Before we get into it, make sure you hit like and subscribe so you don't miss any of these videos that we're doing over the next 50 days. All right. Let's get into it. All right, let's get into adding some information to the page. So we started with a really simple page, and what we're going to do today is look at the options we have for adding more information, and we call it by blocks. If you want to know more about the structure, you can actually take this 5 things everyone needs to know course, and you will learn yourself about these blocks and these sections and so forth. But what I want to show you is we can go right up here to the left, click blocks, and I'm going to take you into direct response. We can go to a bunch of different ones here. Let's go to direct response, and I want to go to one that goes to video spoiler boxes, because I want to put something on this page where we give them a little information about what they're going to be watching. So I'm going to grab this one at the top, 1, 2, 3, 4 points. I'm going to pull it in, and we can put the block up here, which we don't want to, or we can put it down below. Drop your block here. So I'm going to drop it there. So what you're going to see is we're going to now have that. This is like another template within a template, right? So we can now maybe put a little spacing to begin with, top and bottom. And we obviously don't have the right colors. Let's say in this free course, mini course, you'll learn. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4. And by the way, none of these colors are what I want. So I'm going to change those when I'm off camera because I don't want to take time showing you how to change colors on images. But what we're going to do is let's change this. So I have some text here. So the first thing they're going to learn is structure. The second thing is breadcrumbs. Whoops. The third thing is settings. And the fourth thing is domains. And then I have a little bit of text that goes with each of those. And I'm just going to copy and paste those from a document. All right, so we're just going to say that you're going to learn about structure, you're going to learn about breadcrumbs, settings, and you're going to learn about domains. And then as you know, it's 5 things in the course that they're learning. So what am I going to do? Well, glad you asked. I'm going to add a video of myself explaining this as far as what they're going to get. So we have the place to download it. We have information about the mini course. On top of this, I'm going to add a video. So in order to do that, I'm going to go to Elements. I'm going to go down here to Video Player, and I'm going to go ahead and put it up in that other block so it's inside of the color that we added up there. So drop it right there. And I don't have it uploaded to Groove Video yet. That's going to be in my next video. But when I do, I'm going to come in here and configure this. And the other thing I wanted to do before we go is I brought this container in, this form container in, and I decided instead of doing it so it lines up better, we're just going to put a button there. So let's go grab a button, and we have different kinds of buttons. We have a text link and a button. We also have form submit buttons, but we're going to grab this button right here, and it comes in like that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go and we're going to start working with the color. So we're going to go to the background, and I'm going to go ahead and change it to my branded color F5985E and checkbox. So it's going to be that orange color. I may not leave it that way. And then I like to just, an easy way to change how it looks. You notice when I hover over it, it changes the color. If we go up here and we click hover, I can go use that same color. And by the way, your last used colors are going to show up here. And then just move the transparency down on it a little bit. So now you can see that it's not much of a change. Let's go back and do a little bit more. Hover, background, drop this down, and let's take it down quite a bit. Actually, we'll take it down and we'll change the color of the text. So when it's being hovered over, We're going to make the text black. So that's going to make a difference. So you can see that. Again, I don't really like that, but we'll come back and fix it. All right, I'm going to get rid of this. And now you see it says button. So let's fix that. So how do you change the text on a button? You go to configure and you go to the button main label. And it says, I'm going to say, yes, I want access to this free course, right? And I'm going to click update so you can see that it changed the text there. I'm going to go also to the design. I'm going to go to the borders, and this corners right here is going to slide it around. Let's go all the way so that you can see that it rounded the corners. And what else do we want to do? I like to put a little box shadow underneath it. And let's put a large one so it stands out a little bit. All right, so that's a little bit more lined up. Let's put a little spacing under this text. All right, so we have the course. We're also going to put a little spacing underneath these breadcrumbs. Tell us where we are. Remember, we're going to learn that in the five things everybody needs to know. But I'm going to go to the layout 2x2, put a little spacing under there. Let's just put like 30 under there so we have a little space. And when I come back, we're going to actually put my video in here so it plays and describes these spoilers that they're going to find. Then we're going to add a button. Let's just do that now. Let's take this same button. Let's duplicate it. Let's grab it and pull it down here. We're going to put it underneath these 4 things you're going to learn. There we go. And we need to center this. So let's take, if we want to center an element in Groove, when you want to center a button or an image or even a text box, this is the way to do it. So we are on a button, and we go to the container that's holding it. So you always do it with containers. We go to the container that is holding it. We go to layout, and what we're going to do is simply click vertical and this second from the left. And now you can see that it's centered the button, but you can see it's also right up against there. So let's go to that layout 2x2, which is holding these number 3 and 4. Let's put some spacing below that. And there we go. So we have the button down there. I'll probably resize those, but you can see how we're now kind of creating this situation where they come in here. I'm going to make this video quite a bit smaller. So I go to size. I'm going to pull it relative to parent. So a little description. Then below there, we have the spoilers. So I'm going to change the color on this while I'm not on camera. I'm going to change the color to match my brand here on these 4 areas, and I'm going to change the size of this button and the way it's hovering. But there you go. That's how you add more information to your page. Grab a block from up here, pull it in, change some information, add a button. You can see what we're going to do when we get ready is we're going to click this button and have them see a pop-up. That's the way this was designed to flow. So that'll come in the next videos.